Alright guys, another episode of Storyana Ita. I'm gonna talk about ballet dancing and jazz dancing. These ladies have been dancing, started from their mom, and now sila na take over. If you talk about ballet, it's a household name sa Bacolod. Anything that comes into mind, sila da yun eh.
Oh, grabe.
Hindi ko na, unless may harap pa, pudo ka mo lang gini, di ba?
Thank you. Yeah, there are other schools, but thank you for the compliment.
The teachers of GSSD, no? GSSD Garcia Sanchez School of Dance. Gian Sanchez Sanson and Georgette Sanchez Vargas. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, sure. My pleasure. So anyways, ladies, can we talk about how did you get into ballet?
Okay.
Growing up.
So my mom opened the school in 1971. She was born in 1974. So when she started out the school, she was still single.
Yeah,
correct. And ever since, well, I mean, all of us started at age 2,
2
23.
years old,
it was like our playground.
Okay.
So I even have photos na do may klase namin din do ara lang ko dai. Naka-attire and all, kakabit-kabit sa bar or walang na.
But you were really into it. Bulagi ka mo sila nga ginpilit ka mo nga, because your mom loved dancing and you guys had to
dancing, I think it really came naturally, especially for the two of us. But the teaching part was different.
Gani, no?
I mean, I didn't expect myself really ending up as a teacher. That was one thing I promised not to do.
Yeah.
Because I think we saw how my mom enjoyed it very much.
Yeah.
So sa inana part yet, though it wasn't a question, but it's really a big responsibility to be a teacher.
Yeah.
So
I have no idea kung ano, pero kabalo ko budlay.
Do inana part, na do hindi ko ya mag-amunin, hindi ko balay nga inabalang, though you're responsible for lives, literally, like amo na. But then siguro tadhana. And here we are, and we are happy doing what we're doing. So we're grateful.
Dili ka mo gani nag-start school? Same school ka mo?
Yes.
From grade school?
Kinder.
From kinder.
Oo.
Till
fourth year and then
Manila.
Manila. Kamu duwa ng Manila?
Yeah.
Different schools or same?
Different.
Okay, sorry. Which of which? Di ko kabalok sino older, sino?
Ako.
Sorry, gaga.
50.
That's a compliment supposed to be. Hindi ko ka
Kami na girls, we're 3 years up. So siya and then Giselle.
Okay.
3 years apart. Giselle to me, 3 years.
So
and then
3 years.
Tito Gila, 4. And then Gila to Gabi, 5. So we're 4 girls and 1 boy. So tanan kami na girls, nag-agi gid nga 2 years old, nagsugod ballet.
Okay.
Yeah, but also since for those of you who know, in this house, in 17th Street, we have a dance school. We also have a swimming school.
Gani, no?
Which is a side naman niya sa lolo ko. So the two sisters, sila ang nag-venture more into swimming while kami sa dance.
Sa dance. Okay. So, you guys had reached to that level, you took it a step higher, di ba? Like what I'm saying, that nag-Manila na kamo, like, you're different.
Yeah.
Ang iba,
doon sa
hobby. Pero kamo you guys, you took it seriously.
After school.
Doon muna, di ba? Para may ubrahon.
Actually, dubaliskad kami. Kido, sa high school, she was more serious. Ako because may school si mami, so kila na magbali. But we were...
Wala may ma-take over.
Not even that, but ang classes bala na kung may softball, kung may swimming, kung may amuni, iniintrahan man na tanan. So ballet, we attended, I don't know, twice a week or something like that.
So twice ballet, once a week jazz.
But then, ako una, and then of course Giselle, and then siya, gimpa-workshop kami sa Manila, CCP, Summer Dance Workshop. So that's the whole summer.
What's CCP?
Cultural Center of the Philippines.
Okay.
And then at that time, too big ito yung like now in Manila, damo-damo naging the schools as in a lot. So when you say sa una CCP, wow, that's
sa muna na siya.
Big.
The biggest
So tipong workshop, dito yung makita mo na, oh my God, hindi lang niya class, fun. You see the company, the principal dancers and all. So, kaya mo na ito, wow, I wanna be like them. Pero pagbalik diri, go, fun lang yapon. And ako, I actually wanted to get into, take swimming seriously sa college. Diri.
Swimming ka. Swimming ka.
Wala na. Varsity, do ang after nagpalaro ko once. King deal naman kasi Giselle gid ang nagapalaro since grade 6.
Sa Manila, sa college amo na pag-graduate
High school
High school pa lang. Okay,
so siya grade 5 pa lang niya or something. And then ako yung gaupod-upod, hindi kami noksaya, this and that. And then si Daddy naghahambal sa 4th year. Kung makasulod ka sa palaro, himuon ko third paper. So,
napupo na, by the way, Mr. Ark.
This, you think about.
Okay.
So, di siya ginagubra, and then, truth, wala ako ginabasa ang paper ko. And, galing doon na ako passing grade key, nagpalaro ko to and all that. Oo. So,
sa swimming na, no? Okay.
Yeah. So, ako na kami barkada na mo. So, ang De La Salle nag-offer scholarship na makuno, Bacolod.
Okay.
Then, one fine day, nagpuntaw, din kita akong brochure sa summer dance workshop. Kung gusto kang bay liliwan. Na-sure ka, they'll give you a week. Kasi si Daddy karoon mga sad. Gusto ni Daddy. So after a week, amo gid decision. Then, amo na to din start.
Ikaw yan.
So for na high school, same. I think all of us did dance and swimming. So no, for example, I wouldn't really remember. Let's say TTHF was for dance. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday for swimming. Although ako, I really enjoyed dancing more than swimming.
Pero nag-compete ka man sa
Nopseya, provincials, regionals.
Layo mong
Nag-ano lang ko, eventually, siguro ang heart ko wala gid sa swimming. Actually, matika gamay. Actually, duwa kami, very natural in swimming. Very natural. Ang
siyempre
power,
nadaog ka mo swimming.
No, but even Daddy was really the one into sports. He was really telling us na duwa kami, it was really in it, ang leg power and everything, the length of the arms, the legs, pero ako yabi, as a person, no offense sa swimming, it's really a wonderful sport and di ba doka, swimming is swimming. Respect gid sa swimmers, pero ako, on a personal note, hindi ko namian sang daw routinary, so let's say, di bala, laps. You really do a lot of laps. Hindi ko, amo na kayo person, nga daw sulit-sulit. Whereas in dance, you go to ballet class, of course there are steps, exercises and steps, may gina-repeat ka, but then when it's choreographed, example, it's choreographed this way, or you're gonna dance, you're gonna do a Spanish dance, a Russian dance, you're gonna do, let's say, nutcracker, you will do swan, lainay.
Okay.
So, mas interested ko, nga mo na. Pero, then the two other siblings, lain naman ang ila. Si Laya ang mas nag-fall in love into swimming. Yeah. So, amo na.
Well, somebody has to take over.
So, amo man na. Our lolo was a palarong pa man sa swimmer.
Okay.
Though, whatever it was called, pero amo na national games. Yeah. So, that's why we have a pool in this house. And then, our lola was, ang first love niya was really dancing. But she's the woman behind Rollies Napoleones.
Okay.
Rollies. Romualda. It's our lola. Pero iya gina first love is dance. Okay. At her time, it was really expensive. It was really for the elite ang ballet before.
I could imagine.
I
could imagine. Kaya di man tandaan actually for ballet.
So ilagid time especially. So their family couldn't really afford to send her to formal ballet. But her deep love for dance was really there all this time. So when she became a mother, she really made sure to give the opportunity sa iya 2 girls. So the 2 girls became dancers. But one, of course, medyo nag-veer away. One, siya ang sa Rollies. Then si Mami ang sa dance.
Okay.
So it's really deep. That's why siguro if you will ask, if you will ask why we ended, as teachers, or why we're teaching now, it really has a deep history. Nga daw hindi ka balakambal nga, ay hindi ako
Well, part sa passion. Gusto
but thankfully, nga daw naputang manigan sa heart na mo na now, we really enjoy what we're doing, di ba? Kahit hindi mo man
years.
Ako, this is actually my 25th year.
Ikaw hindi ko malipat si Musona I don't know if it was high school. Do Christmas, Mass na sa Redemptor.
Yes!
Taot ni sila. Siya natandaan ko. Nakalabay sa aisle mo, no?
Yes! Budagkata sa Easter.
Hindi ko na yung malipat. Gasawat, kinisligli, pero may mga
Oo,
huli sa misa.
halin.
Ara ka sa simbahan mo, doon ka, pilang gasawat.
Halin gid halin ang Easter Vigil
Saan
Mass,
gid na eh?
halin, and then may Christmas also.
So active na gid ka mo
Si
yung
Lola, si Uwa, was very active.
Sa redemption.
Sa peace with the Lord.
Yeah.
I think grade 2 or 3, nagsugod kami all the way to college nga. Anong panata, nagre nga.
Duginihimo niya lang gid na niya.
Every year. Oo.
So even now, magkitay kami sa mga priests.
Kabo lang magulutod or may
Kasi,
and school.
Yes.
students?
Yes.
Okay.
Kung sino abiyang nga sa pinaka.
Do you still do it now? Wala
May
na.
ano na.
Wala na.
Actually, kami youth na ang church.
Kanya
So,
na
may
sila
ano na
yan.
sila.
Okay, that's
But
why.
you know what? When did this start? If I remember right, ang own man din mo na scholars who live in
Sila man ang okay.
Yes.
So sila manggiligyan.
Sila. So there came a time na nga kami ato na sa Manila ga dance. Sila na
Sila
ng
na.
Hindi
choreograph.
man, yung sige nila.
Oo. So supongo niya na ginadaya na doon na sugdan amo na, but it's nice kasi it also came from there.
Wala man nagsunod sa ulo yung ngitsigin, yung swimming nyo. You could have been somewhere.
Cool.
I mean, out of curiosity, because you were doing well, di ba?
Nang ako, feeling ko
May mga nga moments, mga Titanic, ito ginsigi ko na lang, I could have been, mo na.
Ari ko rin
Philippine
interesting.
team or whatever, naka-represent ka Olympics.
There is one swimmer, of course, hindi ko naman drop ni may isa who really became big in
Diba?
swimming. Nga sa una, tiyan mo na, sa una, as I've said, yung hardcore disadvance, mag-practice sa una, inabala, I did it, but yeah, and then sa competitions, maskin hindi ko praktisado, somehow. Muna galing gama, si daddy nga may gift.
Mas hindi ka karisado, anak yapon.
So, in person, nga gini siya yung Philippine team, and nagdaog international. Hindi ko maripat na sa isa ka competition, nagpiyong ko. Kaya hanggang ko ito palayo sa iya. So, piyong ko, may nagdaog din the first place. That wasn't me. Ako running second. And then I really saw, palayo ko yung third. So 200 freestyle mo na. Okay na.
Kung nabukulay kung ginsigi mo,
pag mo klat ko, promise, ari ta, muni. Karoon na lang, kada si Karoon. Kasi viewer siya nito. Mga siya din spread ko, ginaging viewer. Naamo na. So, last few seconds, law pa ko. Hanggang ko, pagkita ko kahaya. So, proud of her na, siya, grabe Philippine team, and this and that. Oh my gosh, grabe yung number. Level 4, amo na. But, galing ka, I think, siguro hindi ka mag-workout because, di ba, as I've said, routinary, balang pinakalaw.
Kung diin kita gusto mo, ako nung heart mo kung diin niya ginabutong, titira eh. Di ba?
Correct. So, may man kami uton nga, dito yan.
Padayon.
Ako yung na-enjoy ko siya after. Sa una yung pilit tungkol sa term paper and the barkada.
Gigamit po
Oo.
para sa term paper.
Totoo kinaiyak. Pero pagbalik ko din, I got into triathlon.
Oh, yeah, correct.
So, dira ko yung na-enjoy.
Dira mo na siya ang
Dira
long
yan.
distance swimming na eh.
Oo, haba ko, dad, guro, kung ano ko pa doon, mas proud ka na sa akin. Kinanamian ako. Sa una, walk out ko kay Tingpol.
Hindi because na namiyaga, because it was part of the triathlon. It was like
And
a part of a goal lang at
it's a
matapos nyo. May
Yeah, no,
stages
it's
eh.
really my favorite discipline. Ang
Sa
swim,
tanan?
then the
Okay.
bike. Ang run,
Ang
kaya
bike,
I'm
okay.
not really a fast runner. Doon mo na. Pero kanami sa body, especially kung duga edad ka na bala, swimming is very, do
Light siya.
kind.
Pag-light siya sa mga joints, kaya wala
Oo.
sang weight,
Yeah.
wala weight, bala.
So nagpisan kuya sa
Hindi na stage.
As nasubo, active ka pag ako sa triathlon.
Wala na ko ga-race 2 years.
Anong pinakalawig mong race?
Half Ironman, 70.3.
Okay.
Oo.
Kasi ako na, layo na nagyapon.
Kisa doon na paminsar ko how, if I wanna do it again, doon ka budlay. But sige lang,
Fit ka man, kaya mo pang guro gyapon. I mean, some people around that age still do.
Though I still, every day, aside from the teaching, when we teach, we demonstrate kami.
Mhm.
I try to do one discipline.
Lunch, garan pa na siya.
Pero
Before ka
shorter.
magtudlo, gablagan ka pa.
In the morning,
noon time.
Ano ka, layo lagan mo?
No, short lang
Okay.
din 2-3K, kiti magbalik ka. Sa una, yati training, galing isang bata ka, balalain
Ah.
energy.
May siling na kuno mo, kung dito ginapangita sa lawas ng lang.
Ako ang
Na ang mo lang katao. Nawa sa sugura na nila. Baka bugtaw sila be. Gato ka namin lagan. May mga muna eh. Or ka namin ba ikaw do ka bitin sa kadlaw. Wala ko minahimo. May muna. Muna na no.
Kung hindi magi ko mag-iho, guru one day, kido ka po na gid.
Yeah.
Pero kailangan may baskin gamay lang guru. Kaya kung gabad mood ka, mag-iho ka, mag-good mood ka man, di ba lang? Or ako lang na, di ko sure.
So let's go back sa dancing. Kay Darinis Lea guys, si Katkid sa dancing. Ang ballet, wala man na niya competition. No? There's no competition.
There is.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, yes.
Actually, in Manila, grabe
Biko yung do artistic dance lang yun.
Grabe,
Wala.
yes.
Ako na mo, may daog-daog pa na gali. May mga muna.
in Manila, mostly, or in other countries.
Okay.
Actually, we even went, in 2018, we were invited in Malaysia.
Okay.
We gave a workshop, and then we were the judges as well sa competition.
Biko yung
But yeah, in Manila, Subok, actually last week, we were there, we watched a competition because our niece, bata gits ang first class in Hamon, competed. Last month, she also competed, she won gold, she's only 11 years old.
Grabe ba?
Oo. So, ang mga gina-joke naman, ate, ako siya, siguro ma-take over sa school ginasunlog naman. But anyway, yeah, in Manila, grabe gid ang competitions, but not here.
Yeah.
So, if we would want to join, pwede.
Pero dito sa Manila.
Yeah, we have to bring them. Sang pandemic, actually, we had girls before who competed. Sa Nangsha, we had, and also over sa pandemic, may mga online competitions, mga muna. However, if you ask me, medyo lain ang culture sa competitions. I mean, like, if you go, there are kids in Manila, a lot of them, in fact, who compete and they do homeschool.
Okay. Okay.
To give a lot of time for their dance
Para sa
training.
dance. So, dugin prioritize silang sa out nila.
Yes,
That's why
which-
wala sila kanto sa regular school.
Which it
Or
is, but not all.
But man. But then they sacrifice
Pero
their
focus.
weekends.
Muna.
Oo. Grabe gid ya. Grabe gid.
Grabe no. Do ang naging tutukan gid nila.
And
No?
then they finish at 10. Kaya like 2 years na ko choreograph for
For competition.
sa
competition.
Manila, sa
Yeah.
students ni Sofia Zobel Alizalde.
Okay.
So kaya muna ang recent competition is Youth Grand Prix International na siya. It's a big competition. So amo na weekends they don't rest, they are there. Ano gid ya?
May mga premium mo na siya.
Yeah, scholarships.
Okay.
Abroad.
And more on bragging rights also, no?
Ate,
If you
of
come to think of
course. Oo.
Kitik.
Yeah.
Kami pinakamayang mga school na sa
Ah.
At yun yan, may award din na for the best
Siya, di ba?
school.
Dumi mo muna go.
Ah.
Wait, dance usually amo gina yan.
However, it really entails also a lot of money.
Amo
Yes.
gani, I
Mahal.
could imagine.
Mahal
Diba?
dito compete. So, like, as she mentioned, the choreograph siya modern pieces for some students who would compete sa mga Amanda competitions. And it's nice because actually we get to go to other schools in Manila, and then she trains them and amo na. Pero of course, like when a child competes, she has to pay for wala labot yan sa ballet lessons,
Yeah.
ginabayaran na tuition mo naman.
Laing pagin.
You pay for the one who will
Your
train you,
coach.
your coach. That's right, in classical ballet. Your coach in modern.
Okay,
And
yeah.
then, she flies in to Manila to train.
Siya ang coach.
Oo, siya ang
Well, I
coach.
choreograph and then
And choreograph.
that time na kay weekends and then there's someone sa school na naga-rehearse sila. But yan mo na every giwo, you need to pay.
Grabe no.
Costumes and everything.
Dapat may kwarta gid ang
Yes. And then I realized when we watched this competition, kaya very gid siya ng competition, may hara iba na hindi man bad. Pero though not as, super good as those who won. Ay pwede man gali ang doa mo ni na level. And then ang upod ko na from Manila. Na Ilonggo man. Manang, basta may kwarta ka. Hindi ka madaya kasulod. Kaya you just need to pay for registration.
Ang kwarta gid yan.
Oh, yeah. Amo na.
So whereas, compared today, I mean, if may ara, you're interested, pwede na. But, ang school per se, ang culture nila, it's
Yeah.
more of like when the kids train and then they get picked for school let's say, dance competitions, or they get to perform cheering, or mga muna whatever, dance-related, that because of the training. Or then more of shows, you know how nag-rensa sila. Palabas, di ba? Reunion, show. Birthday ni Lolo, show. Mga muna.
Hindi kasi sa Inspo, doon ka mo din
That,
ever since, di ba? Doon tanan. That's why do feeling ko gani, ang sa Inspo, kung ako lang ako matanaw, they're more focus on the cultural side rather than sa sports. Sa Subong doon sila so much sa sports.
Doon noon gidiabing
doon noon sila sa mga singer, dancer, mga muna damo na nga side.
So amo na, do more amo na. But then let's say because now it's even hard to compete with the schedule of the kids going to school.
Jani man no.
Like now damo may ara gani iba na Miss, teacher, may after school may tutor pa, that after tutor madalagan bali amo na. So with this kind of yaha, nga do amo na di ang you'd ask yourself, di ini sila ma-train if you actually would want to send them to competitions. Di na lang dira sa schedule nga. The regular school, the tutor, amo ni. But actually, even for those nga who would want to enroll in Bali and then gambal, but ako gusto mo Bali, gawin kami tutor pa. I would always say, most of our, well not mo, but a lot of of our students here, the tutor man, but they make it work.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? It has to be intentional. Kaya kung let's say, dumahulat ka lang may time, most ako naman because I have 2 children, right? One dances, one swims. My boy is a swim. Ang ako niya ginambal sa ilatan, if you don't want this, abi lang because at least kabalo sila may choices sila. If you don't want this, choose an activity. If it's not swimming, if it's not that,
basta may activity.
Choose. You have to have, because it's the discipline.
Actually, amo man na ginahambag sa bata ko.
Because kita ko man, I'm sure, because ikaw madulong sugat and everything.
Ang discipline.
Ang production number, magsugat dulong lang, and the traffic and everything.
Grabe.
You have to be decided.
Grabe gina.
Decided kagidya. And I'm glad and I'm proud that we have a lot of students, we have a lot of parents who are really committed to make it work. So for those parents, may iban gid I will have to tell you, may parents gusto ko enroll galing kay miamo na magambali ko. Actually, gamali ko actually damo gid iya nga, they do all these things. But if you really want it to happen, you find ways to make it happen.
Is ballet for everyone?
No.
Is there a specific siyempre, I mean, not for everyone nga kung balikawot ka, hindi ka pwede. Doon mo na.
I mean, if you,
I bet not everyone are graceful.
Or
you have to admit,
have the body for it.
Diba? Di mo nga muna, diba?
Kung galing amo ni Kwan sa sa contemporary or modern dance, that's why na nabata siya. Kahit in classical is very, ang sa una, you need to be just tall, you need to have feet like this. Kung like sa Paris Opera, I had a teacher when I was in Switzerland na beautiful. Si Catherine Zeta-Jones, ang itsura. Perfect body. But she told us na kapila siya kung reject sa Paris Opera school because she has short legs. And then kami, dugatulog siya na.
Hindi pa.
Perfect. So, pilagi niya ko nung years na sige lang siya audition until na-realize nila na sige pwede naman. But as a child, reject lang hindi ako no every year because gipot lang ang legs niya hindi bala, do amo sina. Puti legs subong ka namin kay ang dance. I mean, kung hindi ka mag-aim to be a professional.
Para kabalo ka lang lang.
Yeah, it can be for
anyone. For anyone.
Kag one thing that we are really proud of in this school is that we really, let's say, accept and embrace kung ano ba ang body types. Because diba, may ano
may ba hindi? Sila grabe,
especially for companies.
Kung companies. Sa una, ginaano gid ko yan, ginabully sang scholar. Ikaw yung wala katuyak.
May ngalan mo
sa CCP, sa Bali Philippine Scholar.
Taas na gid nga
Ay, taas ang rank ko sa dalo, pero may ara apostrophe and then sa dalo may legend, anong meaning sila?
Double audition once. Ma'am, number 1, di ko sa audition. Again, sa scholar pa. galing kito may OW sa side. So nagpalabay ko sa principal, Teacher Nardine, what's OW? Overweight. Oh my God. They're number one.
Meron po pala galing. Hindi ko muna
Siya mo man na overweight.
So ano yung ila? Ano gidya ang ila? Amo ginaya kanimo ang dapat.
Sa una, so do hindi pa balakwan, di ba kadamo galing
Sino kung
suffer.
sikat na ballerina, mga Lisa makuha. So,
Yes.
damo na level dapat.
Si Sil si Kanko.
She's a red
Kapag doon yung niwang, ganyan nga.
Subong, doon nag-ano na ang medyo mas muscular. Do okay na. Kaya kadamo, nag-suffer bala anorexia ng mga dancers. Kaya
Kung dako ka, hindi ka namin tulukon. Kung
Well,
gagaling.
because it's
Kung
really,
classical.
di ba, tights.
It's more, ayo,
Then,
sakto correct.
yeah.
Or is it not because of the movement or nano nga do nablat may arak sang do balik awot nga
Also, let's say, syempre,
Ayan,
mag-raise ka leg. Let's say, mag-raise ka leg sa
Lumay,
likod.
oo.
Tapos kung grabe yung PO, But then again, what I want to say is, we had students na on the bigger
Yeah.
side, but were really flexible and all that.
And strong.
And very strong. So mag-recital kami if deserving for a role. Maybe not the lead princess or whatever, but deserving of a role.
do you have students na nga nakaabot sa
Yeah.
represent to that kind of level taas?
Yes.
Marcel, Ramona,
Damo-
Marcel,
damo mga students.
Mark, naging, what's this? Well, Ballet Philippines and then Alice Reyes Dance Company, kinag-split na. Si Ramona, Yusay was also with Ballet Philippines.
For a very long
And
time.
then si Mark Balukay, taga Silay, na-discover ko siya sa Silay, kinagatag free workshop sa dancers. Ang ano ganing, isang time ni Tita Marisa, bala Monteliban, no? Sang si Tito Oti, ang mayor,
siya lang
grabing
din.
support na nila. So I gave a workshop, minaspot ko na pila ka dancers. So gini mo naman scholar. Dapat kami just gina-adopt na gini mo scholars. And then si Mark, he really wanted to pursue. So after 2 years, ang balamon, Mark, it's about time for you to go to Manila. Kahit yung school ni, you know, you need to go there. Dito ka na. So ibaklan siya naman plane ticket, Adibalo. And then now he's one of the soloists. Very good. Oh.
But very nice how these people and whoever, ang iba nag-venture into theater.
Yeah.
Ang iba hindi classical ballet, let's say, into theater. May iba into teaching, into, may iba nag-head international dance workshops. So doon lain-lain. Now it's really nice because, and then makipot ka lang bala nga that they go back and send you messages. Manang, guess what? I got this job.
Doon pa namin, feeling.
Oo. Na let's say, even those, then again, we go back to the body, even those nga, hindi bala you wouldn't think, okay, hindi siguro mag-soloista because hindi amo na. But then, sa dance education, siya galing.
Betul.
Amo na.
Namin mo na.
We also have a niece now, she's based in New York, she performs as a theater actress. She dances, dito, so, dili manhalin. So, amo na bala. Kada makita mo na sorry, ay hala, you see, kung din ang plant mo, then they bloom elsewhere, and then it's nice that they remember you. Doon mo na, or they give credit nga. If it's not for dance, if it's not for ballet, doon mo na. Siyempre, sometimes you forget in the
business. Doon kalaway mo na nga sila niya, ako lang niya, hindi niya pwede, may nagtudlo, niya siya.
Sometimes then, the sweetest words come from those who really go for it. Mga babies, taho, alam mo na, nag-succeed din pala.
Ang ballet is also for boys now. May boys.
Galing dito, dito sa Bacolod, ang iba ng di na iya pwede.
Like, doon ka budlay, gano'n nga may bata ka lalaki, tapos yung pambalay mo siya, doon ka, okay mo lang, pero doon ka...
Pwede, but not in ala.
Pwede
or
ka,
open to it.
hip-hop ka na lang.
Oo,
na diri.
Big dancer ka na lang, doon mo
Pwede Manila, damo.
Damo.
Yeah. And actually, since, of course, less than the girls, girls bigyan mas usual, masapo sila mag-scholarships as well, ang boys.
Ituod niya, ang choices, jutay. Okay. Ang competition, jutay. So, most probably, kagin madala kagin.
Doon kung may bata, kuya taning na laki, ati okay lang sa pamabay.
Mabali? Okay.
Galing kiti wala lang kung bata. Tiga lang ang ido.
May stereotyping
Yes,
actually. So that's always there.
And also maybe especially
Kasi
here.
iba niya relatives mo, ipabalik mo na siya, daw na balado.
Pero sa family naman, amon mga first cousins, growing up, nakabalik, hindi ang boys.
Yeah.
Amo first cut sa mga boys.
Kaya kilala,
Sa
iba
recital.
usually sa recital, kilala, may laki man, di ba? Kaya
Mas nami,
pero sa
mas
ginahibo
nami.
nyo na
Yeah,
lang,
may
may
part
ginapares-pares, makobra ka mo,
Yes.
istorya daw yan muna.
Oo.
Kaya ninyo, usually na-notice, kung ang ilay, guys, may usually, mga team, mga 80s. Ito nalipay ko lang tanaw, pero sa mga recital, kasi ito 80s, wala ko naman, namiyan, ito yung 80s.
So next, pwede ka ka-join.
Hindi ko yung malug sa outya.
King Dad.
Hindi pwede. Hanami sa mga music.
Dance daddy, hindi siya na mo na,
Hindi
dance
ako.
daddy.
Imposible na iya katama. Yeah.
And even your nieces.
Sila ano?
Diri man ang tao,
Ah,
kids. So, diri man ang
Nagbalay man sila. ganun.
Yes.
Ah.
So,
Ari, isa ni sa mga grabe man na question sa inyo.
ano ko?
Are you guys, kay kabati ko, siyempre coming from my daughter, the teacher, blah blah blah, is very strict.
Ako ginaya.
Wala ka ba ginambala?
Sure ko na
My
yan.
teacher sa muna is very strict. If I get absent, I'd be, she'll get mad at me
Ako na.
again. Sabi ko, that's okay, Tala. Well, you didn't have a choice. You're sick. What else can you do, di ba? Yeah, but I'm scared. Or, basi malipat ko sa mga steps, or kaya wala ako absent ko. Kiga naman ko nga muna. Are you guys strict
Strict and nice.
sa students?
Eh,
May strict na do kay Tigano. Kung may strict na point nga tag sa duga taas ng tinog na do na hadlok.
Actually,
do mahigit ko do mo na.
compared to a lot of teachers we know, super buot sa mo na doon.
Really?
Yeah, but then maybe also for one, Tala is already in the little juniors class.
Yeah.
So starting
Maybe because
sa
of the
inana
level
class.
na.
Yes.
Yeah. Hindi man ko.
kids.
At little
Yeah.
juniors, junior seniors, we
Siyempre,
expect more sa
Oo.
ina. Ang mga youngest kid under sa akon mo. So it's
Yeah.
more of, because I'm also a preschool teacher, so syempre I really have to regulate my
Yeah.
voice, and then you
But
know
do you
how
get
you talk
mad also?
to when they're really noisy. It's not even like get mad nga, like how people would perceive it, but it's more of let's say a reward system. Kids here, simple lang sa kaligayahan, excited at sa na-end sa class, may stickers sila.
Amo na wala pero
ha,
dam na
sticker.
sing pang pilit ni Tala
Yeah,
ng mga kung ano.
So it's siguro that na if you deserve a sticker today, I'm going to give you. So ang feeling nila nga,
Good ka.
I will have to be good para na get a sticker. But then, when they mature, then we give them the reason behind the stickers. Para hindi lang yung sticker lang, no? It's like a reward, but also because when you're doing ballet, you have to be serious about it, di ba?
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you play or mahulog ka, they get injured, then that's also another thing. But then, that's the feeling of Tana because she's already in the little juniors class. So, the pressure is also different than
Are you guys
kids.
teaching older pagidyan ng mga students?
sa ilan ni Tala.
No. Like, wala na gaskwila? Or focus na kayo mo sa mga gaskwila lang?
Actually, we're open, but most of our students...
Like, mga gaubra na, yung mga mula-mula.
Sa una, she had a class.
We have adult
Professionals.
adult jazz. Actually, adult jazz.
Yan muna.
Yeah, but it's also a challenge to keep that class because like ako ang iniging adult jazz, kung may group ko niya, composed of OBs, accountants, lawyers, may judge, amo na. So you can just imagine, you can imagine the schedule. Buday-buday. Kisa nag-class kami. Ang ito to, nag-class kami, pilang gatawag ang hospital kami mabata. So si OB,
wala choice.
Si OB,
Emergency.
mga amo na, those things. But what we do is, maglapit na yung show, we really make it a point to bring back the adult class because they really love to perform.
Yeah.
So, kada show, aran na sila.
Aray kami ang show, kita mo na.
Gani. Sila, kita ko na sila pero eh. Amo na gani sila ko.
So, maybe it's not as constant as sa kids, no? Nga inabalang kaging sa kids, siya mas ma-plug mo.
Ang ilan mga bata araman senior.
Oo.
Daw mo mangyapon.
Pero iba na sa ila, kids, nakagraduate na college, mga students ko pa before.
Okay.
So, kung professionals naman ang iba ng kids.
Grabe.
Pero mamis, ari nag-recital.
Alam yan, sila mong saot.
So sa una, sila nga lang tao sa recital. So kung sila nga lang tao sa
mga bata nila.
Oh, but it's always a joy. Lain naman na lain naman na happiness when you're with them bala.
Yeah.
Kasadya na isang klase na. Di ani man resume naman kami kay December naman na show.
Oh, December, recital naman no.
Recital season. The kids are really excited for recitals. They really like dancing on stage. I guess it's also the culture here, di ba?
Yeah.
The kids here, they grow up, di nga birthday niya mo ni, masakot ka mo.
Hindi ka ever since ang Bacolod, doon ka get, ano man,
may amo ginaiya.
dumiyara gini yung Bacolod, doon ka cultural thing
Yes,
sa ato niya nga
that's
to,
true.
ay si bata mo, ano na siya, wala mo na siya ginapapiano.
Oo.
Di wala
Meron
ka
ganyan.
Kawin mo na siya ginapaulga.
So,
Yan,
Di wala ka muna.
wala lunch.
Hindi wala muna.
Lunch.
Yes, hindi mo na.
Lunchtime na mo na piano.
Mapiano.
Bigla. Hindi siya kabalo ng piano. Wala mo siya ginapa mo na. May sauna mo na, di ba?
Una naman, well, there are a lot of choices, but then if they really end up, yung dirigid ko yung mag-concentrate sa dance. Ang wala mga bata, subukan na mo yun. Hala,
Lamuhabi,
muna. But then you really see, as the years go by, those who really stay are those who are... So like for you, like Tala is already in that level, and then you can really see her love for dance. It's not like, you know, she's just doing it.
She's good.
Dahil siya nga na nangyayari.
Yeah, oo.
Galing lang sa may mga point kaya may mga ka-pressure siya nga. Kigan si Kutala, it's part of it. How would you grow if you're not being, taught the right way?
Actually, it's not athletes. More of the ginag-question, walang why.
We cannot, hindi naman ma-avoid yung young generations. Generations, they're very, sorry sa mga young generation na they're very sensitive in things.
Yes.
Kadamo ko sa nakita, yung the breakdown lang yun dahil just because ang ginambalan na sila muna.
That's true.
Grabe mga bubang kami sa una, hindi ka naglawan na nila labon niya.
Sa una. Though if you ask ang babies, yung gida 25 years ago, na barkada na.
Oo.
Manang, wala ka nagapangaki.
Oo.
Kaya sa una, maaamo lang kami, nagapaninggit
Hindi
ka.
pala, doon ka normal sa una, ginasingita. Ang buta kayo doon bago sa una.
I'm very kind actually now. Hindi man, but I'm,
Yeah.
wala na, kaya siguro mas may edad ko. Sa una sang strict ko, I was still dancing. Europe, balik.
That's why.
So I was really a dancer. So doon hindi ko na yung matake ang kung may mga,
because na...
Oo. So kung yan, nice na ko na. Dahil kiti, of course, you have to be...
Pero doon ka trigger ka sa gahod eh.
Yes.
Nakigaya ko na yung times na kaya may nag-istorya sa akin. Hindi siya magunta, istorya sa akin. Tingnan ako ka sa bat ako. Sorry ka, Brescia. Pwede. Ay, sorry. Pati ako doon nahuyak ako.
Sa una, kundi ang paning studio.
Galing. Doon nahuyak ako siguro. Nakigan pa ko ba?
Wala
na ko masaot. Nakigan pa ko.
Sa una, sa open ni... Di ang tiyak to dito gina siya aircon. Di ako pagpuli ko na from Europe, ko I want another space para hindi kami
So we can teach simultaneously.
Students. So diri open. So jutay at pitayayas pala outside.
Hindi mo ginamag-avoid yan.
So kasi gina.
Kaya istoryahan lang sila.
And then I found out na ginaisip pala nila ang quiet mo.
Ginano.
So yaya!
So once, nagpalapit ko, yayay, day, napilan ako ng singgit, quiet. Day, 22. Kung may nanugit wala sa ako na ginaisip yung adlaw naman.
Pero yun ng mga yaya, ng mga first batch namon, even up to now, kami nga close, ilang mga yaya.
Namin.
Pero ka-family lang. Kung naisip mo, ayan to.
Sila ito. Di subong mo.
Ano ganyan sa balay na nag-tiptoe? Ano tawag yung Instagram?
Point shoes. Point work.
Out of curiosity, sakit din man na. Dahil ko na ako kumay ko kabalo eh.
Pwede na kayo pa-try.
Hindi ko Hindi ka ba grabe, gina-torture. Kasi katanaw ko na sakit ba? Ako lang ginatungtong niyo.
Oo. It's body weight.
Sabi nung kasaot, kapoy ba?
Don't if you're used to it na, tido hindi na.
Pero nakapila, sige man na.
Blister, especially if you're new. Blister, sprain toe.
Amo na, no?
Do not be from points. Or, may iba na gani, teacher, I'm injured. What happened sa dance? No, naglakat ng gali. Or so, because nagka-injure sila sa lain, hindi man diri.
Pero supposed to be kapusog ni mo ankles na eh.
Well, kinanan ko so mga ankle before we promote them to point work, to point shoes.
So medyo advanced na siya.
Yes.
So bali actually si Tala, class nila, the class after them nagka-points.
Okay.
That's why na medyo kailangan serious na sila. Hindi na isa magama ko gampak. Though not all of them kaya may mga younger ones. If you want to play, you can go to the younger class. Kaya you must relax. Di syempre, sometimes you just need to remind them, pag amo na.
Hindi ba na siya competitive na siya?
Oo, bala.
Hindi na siya ibalik ko to.
And also,
may mga muna siya
when we promote, I usually talk to the students before promoting.
Mm.
I make them understand that, of course, this entails hard work. And close second is, it's mahal. The shoes are mahal.
Super.
Yeah.
So, are you decided to, go for this? Because these shoes are probably more expensive than the shoes of your parents. Ginawa na sa Ramon.
Mahal gitili ng mga...
Well, di subong 8 to 10,000.
Or 10.
10,000.
Yeah.
Wala pa na ribbon, wala pa garter. So may accessories pa that go with it.
Yeah.
So for beginners, it would last a little long. But for those who are, nasa level na soloist or lead role, sometimes mga, let's say, a month. Baka mo na pala. So that's why may iban man nga makalas man 3 months, 6 months, kung may iban gid nga very quickly gahaguban shoes.
Ang mula ng lifespan niya?
Yeah.
Grabe ka mahal. Tapos
Ang
ka
mga
mahal?
beginners ko tangka a year.
Months lang ba na yun?
May iban.
Do disposable lang ko ba?
May iban. Especially ang nag-dance sa mga companies.
Grabe, no?
Days lang na iya sa ila. That's why they do have shoe sponsors for those in the company. But let's say for school, of course, as we mentioned, we have students who are scholars. So we're just grateful na may ara kami. Like, kami naga-message na parent of another student. I would want to sponsor the shoes of Amuna. We also have scholars back then who are already very successful in their field of work now. Iba, as I've said, also in the arts. Mayroon kami director, mayroon kami into showbiz. They, without us asking them, nag-message na, Manang, nang gusto ko this Christmas, gusto ko mag-sponsor isa ka scholar, a pair of points. Gusto ko magbakal, dance sneakers, kung sino daw pinaka-deserve. Amo na, because we really have students, so cannot. Daw mo na ba, can you imagine na? Oo, daw mo na. So, that's why, sa point pa lang naman nung promote kami, ginapa-insindigin naman. Para sa palugid ang bata, you take on this show, it's not just, wow, promoted ko, di ba? Because iba, nagkisa man ang ma-flex, like, but you have to understand the responsibility behind this. Your parents work hard for them to afford your shoes. So, are you sure about this? Gawin mo na ka na. May dalagin yung to make them realize. So, actually, nga tawag mo, especially me ako damang speech. Ginaano ko yan. Walang overall. May naiyan nga ang bata, hindi nila messaging just for the sake of, but they understand why they are here, they understand why we will do this and that. Para sa uli, maski hindi sila whether in dance or in a field, they take on the lessons sila through dance.
Nice. Hey guys, kanami sa storyanay na mo, no? Partida, dabdabo pa sila pwede mastorya. Ano kita hindi pa rin palawig, yung mga sako.
Midnight na tayo dito.
Hindi.
Pwede.
Basi-buwasin na dito to. Alam ko ni guys, nila magsaot. Hindi lang. So, any parting words? Anyone shout out kung gusto niyang promote or whatever, this and that?
So na. Ikaw na kagad bata.
Ako?
Okay, may mo pa nagilit.
Una kagad bata.
Seniority.
Wala mo lang to everyone, actually, whether in dance or other things, kung gusto nyo give na may matabo sa inyo in the future, you really have to invest time, love. Hindi pwede na napras yung iba na absent ko, anay kayo nga. Hindi rin ko na iga pangaki. Kasi yung commit
Oo, kakagilty, mabudaw.
Ay, di mo naman ang level.
To ask naman si Tala, so we understand because at her age, she wants to try other things. But the older ones...
Pero ginapilit, ginasya naman namang sulod sa balay. Siya na naglagsa ka ba? Pwede, hindi lang anay. Dasod na lang kumapawi.
Mukhang cute yung love letter. I promise, it's my sister's family day. Wala abang-abang. Sila absent. Mga balang ko noted. But, at don't be upset na kahit ikisa kalipat sila. Leader ko na siya bala sa tubangan.
Gani? Agalit?
Front line.
Tan na nga talan.
Ang alungyo. Wala ko dito.
Sampo na ba na?
Sa kanta lang ko yasta kaya. Sa auto dito yung...
Duwet ka na.
Wala kami kami na Hindi to continue. There will be days na not good days. Kung gina-explain ko sa mga bata, like you see them frustrated because they cannot turn that day. Do may iban man nga na do chill. May iban gid na gulpi lang may mahipil ka or something. There are really days na amo na. Like even I tell them, the mga principal dancers and all, they fall on stage and this and that. But after the show, wala man, you will go on. Hindi ka naman, So amo na ginay kung may bad days, sige lang, go sleep next day. Wala man.
Okay, so we're planning on our Christmas show. Then of course at the end of the year, we always have a year-end recital. And then we're already planning out as well how to celebrate our 55th year next year.
55 years.
Because ang golden namon pandemic, sadly.
Ay, okay. Wala, hindi pwede ka sa...
Di golden, grabe yun ang plans and all. So, we feel very blessed that our mom at age 75, turning 76, can still dance. In fact, she teaches, she has a class. Pero ilan na may barkada siya. Ang barkada niya, dance class na si Iya. TTH. So we're glad that, she still continues to dance. And with that, we feel that's a gift at her age. So, gusto gina mo na we can come up with a celebration next year for her 55th. Of course, because we will really show her off that she's able to perform. Amo na. And to all the students that we have right now, we are grateful for each one of you. We feel blessed that we are part of your journey because, as I said, I was really hesitant to become a teacher because I feel that there's great responsibility being a teacher. But now, especially on my 25th year, I have come to realize, all these years, I've come to realize it's a gift to be able to
share.
Yes. Amo na, as I said, bala nga sa uli, di na sila galalambot, and then wow, daw mo na bala nga feeling. So, it's really priceless. Amo na yung one thing, amo na ang treasure, siguro, in this world nga, mamal ko bala, hindi mabakal sa anything. When you hear that you have made an impact in the lives of other people. So, amo na, so grateful to our students, and of course to the parents. Because, as I've said, it's a production to send your kids to dulong the sugat, the practices. So I really honor the parents na who are really our partners in this. And we hope that there will be many more years of dance for us together in this school, for our mom. And with the support of parents like you. Wala na.
And my wife also, not just...
Of course.
Especially my wife. So once again, guys, I want to thank my guests, the teachers of GSSD, GSSD Garcia Sanchez School of Dance. Kung gusto ka mo, it is located in Diniganing area. So may
17th Lacson
Street. 17th Lacson Street. It's a house. It turned into a dance studio and may pool and this and that. So come check them out. So once again, I want to thank my guests, Gian Sanchez Sanson and Georgette Sanchez Vargas.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Kay Chilingko, can you ask your teacher if they wanted to be interviewed?
Yeah, baka camera shy.
No, Dad, I think they're not gonna do that. Chilingko, just try na lang. Muna siya.
We cannot say no, especially that you're a dance fan.
Do kanugon sa opportunity nga Silingko kamang sikat ni sinyo sa inyo sa field sang ballet and everything. It's an opportunity nga maka-interview ko. So once again, I want to thank them. This is Storyahan Naita and this is TADFNKR. You guys have a good night. Keep safe, drive safe, get home safe, and till next time, babush.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Sadya to
It's a wrap.
Pwede ka go on.